Good Lord. All I did was look away for 1 second, and next thing I know, it was 2 minutes after the hour. Welcome to the Sunday Live. I had so much to put together for today because we're going to review so much of what has happened in the past 30 days, and it has been a lot. So, welcome to the Royal Sussex Sunday Live chat, one and all. And thank you so much for coming out. Let's see, there's only 146 of us. Let's give that a chance to grow. And I'm going to bring up another screen so I can keep up with everything real time. Okay. All right. Just about what I need to do here. And then I'm going to say hello to everyone. Well, to almost everyone. Let me do this. Nope, not that. This. Okay. All right. Okay, so good morning, Anna Espinoza, Joyce Bolt, Shay Dahl, and Sherry Ware, Elizabeth Daniels, Pale Prescott, 1998 champions, Adrian Burrow, Josephine Young, Sherry Ware, one of our stunning moderators, as well as Lydia Washington, equally impressive moderator, Patricia Ann Franklin, Joyce Bolt, did I say that already? Dorcas Barker, Julia Lessie, Carolyn Sowers, Gwendolyn Daniels, Denise Jones, Fancy, Miranda Rios, Joan Commonwealth, Annie Bullard, maybe again, Anna Espinoza, Church Nellie, another amazing moderator for Royal Sussex, Tabby Dragon, Susie Q, good morning, happy Sunday. And Sister and Cece, I see you're here, so happy Sunday. Also, Ladyfoot, I'm kind of into that. And C Mac, Henley Joseph, Sonia Johnson, Mary G, Cookies and Cream. And of course, Denise Jones. And then someone has made it easy for me here. I could see Sienna, Sonia, okay, Miranda, Mary G, My Point, Erica, Patricia Nixon, Yulita, Ruby, Veronica, okay, Latoya Wiley, hey love, and okay, that should do it for now. Denise Jones, okay, I think I said hello to you already. Okay, so January, they always say March comes in like a lion, but I'm not sure January is anything less than that. For those of you that are affected by the weather today, I am very sorry that that's happening to you. I hope everyone is safe. I know a lot of people, I think maybe up to 100,000 homes are without power. I mean, that, I guess, what do they call it? It's not a blizzard, but, well, I guess maybe it is a blizzard, but whatever. I know that there's some very, very wild weather on the East Coast. And we're going to send all of our prayers and positive energy to you right now because, yeah, that looks frightening, especially the people on the road. Please be careful. Please be careful. If you don't have to be out, don't go out because it is hideous out there. Okay. So, that being said, let me do this. Okay. I'm going to read a couple of your comments before I get started. I see a lot of shot glasses. Church Nellie must be here. Rachel Winley. To everyone in the family and the house. Hello. Okay, hello, Rachel. Okay. Very sweet of you to say that. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Doing good in my area, but staying in. Very wise. Very wise. I'm in New York. Outside looks beautiful, but then comes tomorrow. Gotta go to work. Oh, I love the snowy days, Carmen. I love the snowy days. I don't mind the weather at all. I just want people to be safe, though. It's best enjoyed from indoors. And I hope everyone, if they've lost power, I hope they get it back really soon. Winter is the worst time to have a power loss. Although when they had the power loss in New Orleans, what was it, like a year ago or something like that, and it was super hot down there. That had to be like the polar opposite. Okay. Oh, we have a birthday. Yes, Oprah Winfrey's birthday. That's right. The big O, Oprah Winfrey. You have to say it like Oprah Winfrey's birthday. Sheila Watson, I love being a part of the Sussex Squad family. Me too. Welcome to the live chat. Lucy Wynn is here, huh? Hello, Lucy Wynn. Welcome to the live chat. Okay. So I was preparing my slides, and that's what seemed to capture my attention when I needed to be working. So let me get those slides up. Okay, well, okay. To be fair, I guess I was working because I was trying to get the slides together. So much has happened in this past month. I'm trying to do this as chronological as possible, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, select that one. And going through everything, I was like so, I guess, amazed and impressed with so much that has happened in the past 30 days. And what's incredible is that the Sussexes seem to drive so much of the news concerning the royal family. And I'm trying to remember, when was the last time we've even seen the Sussexes? Which just goes to show how influential they are, is that they are driving the news, but yet we don't see them that often. Such is the power of the Sussexes. Okay, I'm stalling a bit here. I got one more slide to go. One more, and then I can get started here. Welcome to the live chat. If you just joined us, almost 350 already. Okay, great. Come on in, have a seat. Have a seat at the bar. You don't have to tell certain squatties that more than one time. And some of them, you don't have to tell them at all, right? I'm not even going to say which one that is. But sometimes you don't even have to tell them, here, have a seat at the bar. I'm not outing anybody, am I? Okay. Good morning, Audrey Teschner. Good morning. Lucy Wynn, you know who I'm talking about, don't you? Yes, today is Oprah Winfrey's birthday. Let's remember to do that again later so I can have a photo prepared of her. And I've been seeing it all weekend, but for some reason I was too neglectful to have a proper photo available. Okay, so are you all ready to get into it? Let's do a review of this past month because it has been very, very busy. And a lot of it, of course, has been attempts to distract from things that are going on with Andrew. And I kind of want to stay away from that for a bit. But, okay. I'm going to send one more call out to Twitter so people will know we're here. Now, let me see. Now streaming. Okay. And lots of exclamation points. Now streaming. Okay. All right. So that's that. Okay. All right. One more thing. One more thing. And I am ready to go. Right. Okay. I wanted to get to 400 before we start. There's 383, 374. Come on, 400. I sound like I'm in a casino. 374. And now it's still 374. Okay. Never. Oh, 379. 379. Come on in, everybody. 379. And I'm going to say it's 385 next time it changes. Up, 378. 378. Come on in, one and all. Welcome to the live chat. Come on in, 378. I don't have the best Wi-Fi here. As you guys know, I'm away from home, so if things sounds a bit hollow, it is because I am away from home, but I am still working on behalf of the Sussex squad. 392, 400, we are going to roll. So one recent birthday and one current birthday. Recently, Michelle Obama celebrated her birthday, and today is, well, not today, I think it was yesterday, was Oprah Winfrey's birthday. Oprah Winfrey, 68-year-old Oprah Winfrey. Oprah, as you know, I guess she was considered the first African American woman to be considered a billionaire. Okay. All right. So I think we're good. We got 400. Excellent. So I tried to do this in chronological order as best possible. I don't think that worked out so well, but let's start with, I don't know which one I want to start with. Okay, this one. This one. Okay. So long, Oprah. We'll be back to you. Oh, let's see. Come on. Oh, you have to go. Bye, O. Bye, O. All right. So, right here, it says revealed 5 women quit the royal household as Queen's Platinum Jubilee, age 60, is hit by bullying claims and accused of masking staff cries. Now, I don't even know this guy, David Vine White, 60, was appointed as Garter Principal of Arms last July. I don't know what a Garter Principal of Arms are. That is a title that, in my opinion, sounds rather kinky. But then again, I make everything sound kinky. But he's the Garter Principal of Arms. So is it his job to make sure that the wrong people are not seen wearing a garter? Or what is it? What is it? Because I told you I have this recurring nightmare ever since they said that Camilla, Charles's emotional support, Camilla, ever since they said Camilla was going to receive the Order of the Garter, I have been having recurring nightmares. So hopefully, this guy is the one who will prevent Camilla from ever, you know, who said I couldn't start a Sunday messy, huh? Who said I could not start a Sunday messy? But I hope that if this guy is charged with preventing the wrong people from, having a garter, I hope that he, you know, knows how to protect the society at large from the wrong people. If only he can save me from my own dreams, because I told you that is something that gives me nightmares. Is ever since they said that Camilla was going to join the Order of the Garter. I'm not sure what that means, but it's terrifying to me. So, if anybody understands what's going on, please explain it to me, because I'm scared. uh, because I'm afraid. You hear me? I'm afraid. What does it mean to common people who don't know anything about these institutions when you hear that Camilla, Prince Charles's emotional support Camilla, is joining the Order of the Garter? I'm afraid. I'm afraid, I tell you, I'm afraid. And it's not that I have anything against Camilla. I just don't know that that's for everybody. So if you understand what's going on, please give me an explanation. Anybody? I go to your comments. I'll take two blindfolds. uh, I'm just saying. I'm not sure what it means, but I just don't want her near anything like that. Um you guys, we got so much to get to, and since we're kind of light on the comments for this one, I think I'm going to move on. I asked before, Baron, what is Camilla wearing? Oh, you mean that I think I know which outfit you're speaking of. Um well, okay. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. And oh, not that. This I want to get rid of. So this outfit, that little patchy thing she's got going on, I'm not sure what that is. I'm not even sure what direction she's walking. All of it is just so weird to me, okay? But yeah. So anyway, let's move on to the next thing, shall we? Now they're on the right side. Spoiled brat Andrew made me run up 4 flights of stairs to shut curtains while he sat next to them. So this is going to be something that is going to dominate some headlines, because it's just enough so that we don't have to think about the case in New York. You know what I mean? But it's in tandem. They are going to walk hand in hand. This case in New York, while the palace pretends as though they are investigating bullying claims against Andrew. I'll say this, I'll believe it when I see it. For now, we can't be sure that they are going to pursue anything. We just know that they say that they're going to do something. So that should be enough to hold us until such time, right? So, any thoughts about that before I move on? Oh, you guys, so let's see. Order of the Garter is connected to knighthood, dates back to the Middle Ages. Well, so does Camilla. If you gave Masonic connections, you may gave heard of Knights Timacor. Um, well, all I can say is I'm pretty sure that Camilla dates back to the Middle Ages, so I can see the connection. And I'm sure she has quite a few knickers that date back to the Middle Ages. So she don't appear to me to be the kind of person that throws anything away. So yeah, I could see that. I mean, that outfit she has on is like a something right out of medieval times. So yes, okay, I get your point. Uh, okay. Um, let's see here. What do you got there? Okay. Oh wow, this is going really fast. 520 of us, and you guys are feeling kind of chatty today. I love it. Okay. Um, okay. They also say they are very much not in our, I'm sorry, a racehorse family. They're not into racehorses. Yolanda, I have to substitute that word. So they are very not, they're very much not a racehorse family. I'm sorry I have to do that, but I really have to because it saves me a lot of trouble. Okay. Only yes, yes, Robin Rogers, you're absolutely right. Get those thumbs up. Get those thumbs up. Just because Prince Charles' hands look like a bunch of sausages turning over in the pan doesn't mean that you can't get those thumbs up. Don't worry, your hand is not gonna puff up like that. So get those thumbs up. Okay. All right, so let's go on to the next topic, shall we? I am going to take that away and hopefully. Okay, so there it is. There it is. Now, which is which is actually Princess Anne? Is that Princess Anne on the left or Princess Anne on the right? Or are both of those images Princess Anne? It's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? Somebody was nice enough to send this to me and I absolutely screamed when I saw it. So if you remember who you are, thank you. Well, if you remember sending it to me, thank you so much for this. This was my best day since Christmas. I cannot be sure which one of these very handsome individuals is Princess Anne, on the left or the right. Do 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 do. The afro sleeps tonight. Wee, the afro sleeps tonight. The afro sheen, 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 the afro sheen. In the castle, the tiny castle, the afro sleeps tonight. Wee! That is too funny. I just thought about that just now. The afro sleeps tonight. The afro sleeps tonight. Oh my goodness. I think she actually looks better on the left. It just makes more sense. She was not bad looking lady in her younger days. No Botox or Afro sheen for her now. Yeah, I tell you, it's not enough oil in the Exxon Valdez to make that hair sensible. But what could I say, Lydia? The Afro sleeps tonight. Wee, wee, won't, way. Oh, well, anyway, let's move on, shall we? So, here is another thing that developed this month. Now, there has been several people they have been dragging the Duchess of Cambridge for at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's kind of like an on and off drag, right? They dragged the Duchess of Cambridge. So, since we're reviewing the month of January, let's say this. This has been a month where we have paid particular attention to the way Jazz Hands has been dressing and acting. Like, for instance, the blue coat gate, the tan coat gate, the long baggy trouser gate, the tuxedo jacket gate. And then, of course, there's the visit to Ireland gate. We just have to throw a gate on everything. You cannot stop this girl from cosplaying the Duchess of Sussex. You cannot stop her from cosplaying. She just will not stop doing it. Now, I don't know who gave her the idea that you need to be more like Meghan, but somebody has planted that thought in her head. So all of a sudden, out the gate, you see that she decided that she wants to be the Duchess of Sussex for 2021. But as you can see, it actually started as early as 2018 because there was like this, I guess, unwritten policy of the queens. And when I say queen, I know there's a lot of people we can consider, but I think it's actually Betty. There was that unwritten policy that no pants, no pants. But once Meghan started wearing some trousers, then all of a sudden it became the thing to do because before that, the Duchess of Cambridge was wearing the coat dresses all over the place. But now all of a sudden, she decides that she wants to wear trousers. And then, of course, she moved to the tan coats and so on and so on. And even the gestures in Ireland, as you can see, mimic that of the Duchess of Sussex, right down to scratching the dog. I mean, if you want to scratch a dog, really, you don't have to leave home. Okay. But since you bothered and went through all the trouble, okay, we see you, we hear you. So then there's this. Take a close look. So, after so much criticism was levied against her throughout the past month of January, she decided to revert back to that, I guess, little Duchess on the prairie look. Take a look on the right side there. See that? Now she's gone back to the little Duchess on the prairie. Now she still has more extensions than you can shake a stick at, but she decided, and I want you to focus really hard. Now, since we are all over a certain age, most of us, focus really hard. Can you tell that that flared bottom outfit, that get up she got on, can you tell that that's leopard skin? That is her version of leopard skin. The only question I have to ask is why even bother? What was the whole point of trying to rock the leopard skin if you're going to pick the most drab thing? How do you even buy fabric like that? How do you even know that it's leopard skin? You have to get really close to it. But other than that, you would never know unless somebody told you. But I have it on good authority that that is actually leopard skin. So, your comments, please. Kate, I'm going to do my best. I am going to do my best, and happy Sunday to you. But we're just going to cover a whole bunch of stuff here that has happened in the past month because this has been a. Bellissima, you're only 19? Wow. All right. Thanks. Thanks for watching. You know, when I look at the demographics, like 90% of the viewers are ladies, which is why so many of the products that are offered in the Royal Sussex store have the pink script on it. But there's also most of us are over the age of 50. So I am so flattered and impressed that you're actually watching Royal Sussex. So thank you for that. Um, Katie needs a cracker. Well, actually, Kate needs a pork chop smothered in gravy, you know, just to get her at her fighting weight. That's what she really needs. She needs a good ham sandwich. 42 from Germany. Thank you so much. Ich bin ein Royal Sussex, right? Ich bin ein Royal Sussex. Okay. um okay, who else? Who else do we have? The only fashion I think I need to see was Megan's leather green skirt. Megan and the pencil skirt. Megan knows how to rock the pencil skirt, right? Let me see. You have to watch what you say, and these haters are allowed to roam without fear. This is one of my write and delete moments. Some moonshine is needed for this. Nelly, Nelly. Okay, trolls don't want to be admitted. The Duchess of Sussex is the one to follow here and there and everywhere. The jazz hands knows it. You got that right. Okay, so I hope I haven't missed any really good comments. Wait. Where are you there? I just saw you. Okay. I have to give Lil Rock a lot of credit because Lil Rock um, writes beautifully. If you ever go to the comments for any of the videos, not the live chat comments, but the other comments, Lil Rock writes beautifully. There's a few Sussex Squad people that are beautiful writers. If I could write that well, I would I would be a very happy person. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Yvonne Clark. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you for the super sticker. I hope you are having a marvelous, marvelous Sunday. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so next slide. Next slide. Let's see what. Oh, well, I was in kind of a shady mood when I put the slides together. So, one thing that is a constant, like the sun rising in the morning, like I guess, the queen in her Bentley, one thing that is a constant is this grinning and grinning and grinning and grinning. That's one thing you can count on with her. The hair extensions and the grin and grin and grin. Does that hurt? That has to hurt. I'm just assuming that there must be like, because after a while it just seems like your mouth won't line up again. You know what I mean? It's just like that, you know. But yeah, so that's a constant is the grinning. I'm not sure. Now, see, this is what I want the body language experts to tackle. Stop talking about the Sussexes, and please let's get down to the jazz hands and the grin. That's what I want the body language people to talk about is the jazz hands and the grins, because there's got to be something to that. There must be something deep that is going on that causes these spasms of the face and the hands. It's like a little tick. Thank you so much for that, GLS. Thank you for the super sticker and happy Sunday to you. Thank you both. Yvonne Clark and Jill S. Thank you very much for the super stickers and happiest of Sundays to you both. But yeah, there must be something to those jazz hands. And I want, excuse me, the body language experts to get to the bottom of it. So if you're a body language expert or if you know one, please, please, let's deal with these jazz hands and that facial tick, because there's something going on that is quite disturbing and I want to get to the bottom of it. So that being said, okay, so as you know, the Duchess of Cambridge celebrated her birthday. And we were treated to a very ghostly image, actually, 3 ghostly images to say happy birthday. Now, trust me, this is going somewhere. I know y'all tired of seeing her, but this is going somewhere. So, as you know, a lot of people, even people that support the Cambridges, were a bit shocked and alarmed by these images. They were like, what the what? Everybody was like, what the what? Caroline, thank you so much for the super sticker and happy Sunday to you. I hope I didn't frighten you off with these ghostly images. Now, I've heard people say it seems like somebody who went down with the Titanic. I've heard people say it reminds them of Queen Victoria. That's never good. Stephen, Stephen Gow, thank you so much for the super sticker. And happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday. No, this is not Halloween. This is actually celebrating Kate's birthday. Those ghostly images are celebrating her birthday, whether or not they look like her. Now, other people have even pointed out that she's not wearing a tiara for her official portrait. That is also interesting. So I'll let you guys just think about that for a second before I do this. Aha! Now that's the real Kate. That's the real Kate. Now, this is what made January a much longer month than it should have been. That's why this month seems so long. It's because it was lengthened by Kate's birthday celebration. You think so, Crystal? So Tom Bauer, who always looks like he's about to belch, it's something about that man's face. He always seems like he's about to go. Bleh. He always looks like he's about to belch. Kate Middleton is the jewel in the royal family crown. Princess Diana would be proud. Oh, Tom, really? Really? Just a normal column to wish Kate. What's normal? What's normal about this? Welcome, new member, Pale Prescott. Or is it Pele? Pele Prescott? Welcome, and thank you for your new membership. Just a normal column to wish Kate Middleton her a happy 40th birthday. Kate makes modesty sexy and attractive. Kate is genuine in everything Meghan has done, smacks of insincerity. Everything Meghan's done smacks of insincerity. Now, before we digest that, can we please go back to this? Who's insincere? Who's insincere? Meghan is being her authentic self. This is why everything that Meghan wears is something that Meghan wears. Meghan wears the gown. The gown does not wear Meghan. That's what the difference is. This is confidence on steroids. Nothing but confidence and sincerity. That's not someone who's insincere. You want to see insincerity? Take a look at this. This is someone who's insincere right there. That's not a genuine person. That is a character that has been created by an institution. And thank you so much for that, Black Queen. Thank you for the super sticker. I hope you agree with what I'm saying. This is not exactly sincerity. This is some weird tick. This is some type of response to the stress of being thrust into the public eye. I'm not sure exactly how that happened, but somebody thrust that poor child into the public eye. And in response to that, she has developed these weird ticks. These weird ticks. 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 So, when you want to accuse the Duchess of Sussex of being insincere, please make sure you take a look at the standard bearer for the British royal family from Huckleberry or wherever she's from. Please take a good look at your standard bearer before you call our Duchess, and I'm going to say that in the strongest of terms, before you refer to our Duchess as being insincere. You should wish that the jazz hands was as insincere as the Duchess of Sussex. I'm sorry, I'm sick of it. Do you hear me? Sick! And I have to take a stand. Do not accuse the Duchess of Sussex of being insincere. She is the most sincere and the most genuine thing that has happened to that family since Princess Diana. Hands down. As a matter of fact, her hands are down. But there's one person in the family who cannot put her hands down. You like that segue? Thank you. I knew you'd be impressed. So there's that. Oh, I'm just getting started. We got a bunch of stuff to get to. But yeah, I was just like, this has been an interesting month. So here it says, but Kate is a swan of our time, the peer of the late Princess Grace of Monaco. Tom, Tom Bowers, Tom Belchin Bowers. Are you serious? Does Tom drink? Does he drink? And seriously, I don't know if this man, um, has been overserved. He just sounds like he's been overserved. The Princess Grace of Monaco. She's the embodiment of Princess Grace. Oh, I can take a lot of insults, but that's one right there. If you are going to compare that, okay, I'm not going to say that what I'm thinking, but if you're going to compare that person to Princess Grace of Monaco, I mean, the very name Grace, you know what I'm saying? Is there anything graceful about what is graceful about jazz hands? I mean, come on. Where do you get that from? She's Princess Grace when pigs fly. When pigs fly, then she's Princess Grace, okay? Take a look at that pig on the screen. Does that thing look like it can clear the ground? When you can get that pig to fly, then I'll say, yes, she's the embodiment of Princess Grace. But until that big pile of blubber takes off the ground, please don't go there. And thank you so much for the super sticker, Sheila McKay. Thank you so much, Sheila Clemens McKay, for the super sticker, and happy Sunday to you. But yes, if you can get that vicious bowl of jello off the ground, then yes, you're welcome to say that. But until then, please, Tom Bauer, don't go there. And if you do have cocktails, especially early in the day, please stop. So, yeah. Now let's get to the next one. I think I'm done with that. Let's see what's next. Oh, okay. Now this is someone I have never heard of, Emily Nash. So she's a royal reporter, the Duchess of Cambridge at 40. Why she's more confident than ever. Is she keening? Is this another case of keening Kate? This sounds like keening Kate. But the thing is, they always have to bring up the Duchess of Sussex to try to build this case for the Duchess of Cambridge. It's a key milestone in anyone's life, and as she, oh, that's small, celebrates her 40th birthday this week, the Duchess of Cambridge is entering her prime. Oh, Kate puts her husband first, and it's significant that the first question she asked after the exchange of marriage vows was, "Are you happy?" In the genuine hope that he was. It does it does help that Kate, unlike her sister-in-law, has never tried to convince William that he is mentally ill. You know why she's never had to try to convince him that he's mentally ill? You know why she didn't have to convince him? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. The reason why she hasn't had to try to convince him that he's mentally ill is because he knows he knows he got a problem. That man know he got a problem. Anytime that you make a big fuss about some type of environmental thing, when you're like one of the biggest environmental hypocrites in the country, and you cosplay Mitchum deodorant in the process, nobody has to tell you that you're mentally ill. We know you mentally ill. That man is mental. Thank you so much, Pele. I hope I'm saying it right, Pele Prescott, for the super sticker, and happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to you. And to my point about, whether he's mentally ill or mentally fit, I tell you, those facial gestures makes the case for me. Again, we need the body language people. We need them to canvas his world and then tell us whether or not the both of them have some type of problem. Thank you, Kay Costello. Good morning, Baron and all squatty. Here's something for being late. Better here than not here. Better late than never. Thank you so much for joining us. We have so much to get to, so no worries. No worries. It's going to be a good day. And thank you for the super sticker. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to remove the Mitchum roll-on, and I'm going to get back to this. Actually, time to go to the next slide. I think I got like 4 of these grouped together, so I hope this is the right one. And that. So here. Okay, nope, not that one yet. Here we go. I know you guys just got a little peek of that, and believe me, that is a bit of a scream. I'm sure some of you guys have seen it, maybe not. I understand this constant need to use op-eds about the Duchess of Cambridge. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Let me look at that again. I don't understand this constant need to use op-eds about the Duchess of Cambridge's 40th to sling mud at a woman that that have nothing to do with her on her birthday. The language is vile. The Sun's article is sexist, hateful, and creepy. So what is he talking about? Well, Omid Scobie, I don't know what got into Omid in January, but I think he's sick of it too, because Omid decided to go there. And thank you so much, Lisa, for the super sticker. Happy Sunday to you. Omid decided to go there. Omid asked the question, what does any of this have to do with the Duchess of Sussex? Again, now people ask me sometimes, why do you talk about the Duchess of Cambridge so much? Because they're using her to disparage the Duchess of Sussex. And anybody that's coming after our Duchess deserves to be called out. That's why. I don't want to talk about her. I'd rather talk about the Duchess of Sussex. But the point is, they keep bringing up Duchess Doolittle, who's keening even at 40 years old. She's just now coming into herself. I mean, there's so many adjectives to describe the way the Duchess of Cambridge has finally gotten up off of the sofa and gone out into the world to do something to help other people. And because it's such a rare phenomenon, yeah, she's keening every year this time. Just before, actually, in November, December, she's keening. And then by her birthday, they say she's coming to her own. I didn't know this phenomenon exists until like about 2 months ago. And I'm like, keening? What is keening season? Well, keening is Kate, and Kate is keening. You cannot have one without the other, because Kate is keen every year to do something. That's a very keen look she has. So I'm so glad that I'm hip to this phenomenon, because I didn't know what it was. So hazy, lazy, and crazy. Uh-huh, exactly. Let me see. Mumbles finally got off her royal settee. Uh-huh. And Sussex Squad Family TV, hello, happy Sunday. They are paid to be hateful, owned by Rupert Murdoch. And don't forget Lord Nappyhead. You just can't blame one. I mean, there's like a duopoly with this contemptible content. And that duopoly is the male and the son. Those are the two biggies. So don't leave out Lord Nappyhead and his daily fail. Yeah, Lord Nappyhead does a lot of dirt too. So yeah, can't have one without the other. All right. Duopoly. Wow, that was my first big word of the day. I didn't even get a drum roll with that. That's right, Baron. Why do the Oh, I know which guy you're talking about. Boy, he that face. Ugh. When I see him, I feel triggered, Elsie. I feel triggered every time I see him. Okay. They're doing poor Kate a great injustice to keep saying that she's coming into herself. It's like she's slow or something. And nothing could be further from the truth, Kate Herrera. This is one of the most critical thinkers of our time. This keen analytical mind is capable of coming up with the most incredible thought processes. And, she's the one who took, I think it was 20 years to come up with 5 questions so that she can tell the kids what were wrong, what she believes is wrong with their head. It took her 10 years, or is it 20 years, to come up with 5 questions. So yeah, that is a critical thinker. So we have to be very careful how how we pick her brain apart. But then again, it's better not to pick at it. Probably should just leave it alone and give it a chance to heal, I suspect. But yeah, that's a critical thinker. So Dr. Joyce Jazz Hands, right? Remember Dr. Joyce Brothers? Well, this is her natural successor, Dr. Joyce Jazz Hands. So Dr. Joyce Jazz Hands is not someone to be toyed with because she's one of the sharpest tools in the shed. Okay. And as long as we all know that, we should never mistake her as being mediocre Middleton. Oh, I like that. Mediocre Middleton. Did I just invent that? I don't think anybody's used that before. That's going to be my new name for her, Mediocre Middleton. So, Mediocre Middleton. See, I have an analytical mind. It's not keen, but it is analytical. Okay, people shouldn't compare Weighty Katie to Meghan to Princess Grace and Monaco. Grace didn't. Grace didn't stalk her king, an American woman with a strong career. You're absolutely right, Maggie. And oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Dorothy Ross. Thank you. Yes, Princess Grace was nobody's stalker. She was an Oscar winning actress, not a stalker. Oh, thank you, Sister and Cece. Yeah, you know what? And I better move it along because we've been on for nearly an hour. And let me get rid of this so you can see what's behind. Okay. Oh, nope. Ooh, I almost hit the end broadcast. What am I trying to do here? Oh, I want to take that away. Okay, so this was in the Daily Fail. If you notice, there's a waxworks figure of the Queen to maintain a sense of dignity and not to get too deep into it because, I didn't want to go there. But I didn't do it. This was a museum in Germany that created a waxworks of the Queen, and they decided to save a little money. Now, you know how I always say, please do not go and find that story. Please go and find this story. German Wax Museum, Pano, what is that? Panopticum, revealed Queen has a bald cap. Photo of the Queen's wax figure with no wig on at all have been shared. Well, I mean, okay, well, it's not complete, but I didn't do this. I didn't do this. And I always say, please don't go and find a story. Well, I give you all of my blessings to go dig this one out. That was the Daily Fail that ran this story. And this photo that you see here, this is not the worst of it. There's some that's even more risque, if you will. But that happened. As you can see, that happened on the 26th of January. So I thought it was rather disturbing. So I decided to respond for Her Majesty by finding one of my favorite memes. We are not amused. We are not amused. Philip, we are not amused, Philip. Okay, so there's that. And then there's this. Queen was spotted being driven around Norfolk today, January 26th. Isn't that something? On the same day that somebody shows that waxworks figure. And when I say waxworks, I don't want you to confuse that with some other member of the family. That's not the waxworks that I'm speaking about, and not that waxworks either. I'm speaking of Her Majesty's, you know, image at that museum in Germany. So don't confuse the waxworks. Not that wax and not that wax. But we were actually speaking of that wax. Okay? So I've said it before, and I love the fact that Her Majesty, well, this was actually Omid Scobie was actually paying a compliment to the Queen by pointing out that she still has a 15-year-old Range Rover. Not to be confused with a 70-something-year-old Rover. We're speaking of a Range Rover. So sometimes they'll say the Queen was spotted on one of her properties only to find out that it's a stock photo, but I think this one may actually be the real deal. I hope it is. I hope it is because I don't know if I can do that right now, Church Nelly. I'm not sure if I can do that right now. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure if I can do that right now. I'm so sorry. But yeah, don't worry about it, Church Nelly. Sometimes that happens by mistake. But I'm not sure what I can do about it at this moment. So there's that. And then, of course, there's this. As you know, Chris Bowsey had and to show you how mainstream this is becoming, to show you how mainstream that all of this stuff is becoming. So these three people, whatever you think of how they've lived their life, Meghan was the target of monetized hate campaign by 25 YouTubers channels that earned an estimated 3.5 million from ad revenue. 25 people divided that 3.5 million ad revenue according to the data analysis agency. That's a lot of money. And this was in Newsweek. And as you know, Newsweek isn't always so favorable to the Duchess of Sussex. So this actually was the first time that I've ever seen Murky Meg and Yankee Wally. For whatever reason, I've never heard of her before. But I usually avoid these hate channels. But somehow, just like some type of I guess weather phenomenon like a hurricane or something, they just come returning every season. So yeah, I don't know much about them. But this is something that's been trending. As you can see, the date on this is 118. And then there's this. Okay, so on the left side, oh my goodness, that print is so small, but let me try. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but that's Prince Harry's response to the leak. And I deliberately only put this here about that security leak because that was so upsetting to me. You guys know that I had a hard time with that, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. But the leak that they had about Harry's security, And the fact that the Duke of Sussex had to issue a press release almost immediately lets you know that there was some underhanded stuff going on where the Sussexes were concerned. So that's all I'll say about that. But then Omid Scobie, I don't know what's gotten into Omid, but Omid, and some people trust Omid, some people don't like Omid, some people are very neutral about Omid. So I would like to put myself in the neutral category because one thing you have to remember is that he is still a royal reporter. So Omid decided to just speak his mind. And because of that, he's been accused of being Meghan's mouthpiece. Yeah, he's been accused of being Meghan's mouthpiece because he called out the royal family over the fact that the royal family seems to think it's okay to provide unlimited amount of security to Andrew and not the Duke of Sussex. So journalist compares how Duke of York kept his titles until the Queen's hands were finally forced, with how Prince Harry was stripped of privilege after, of course, I don't use that M word. And of course, that's not his column, so he didn't use the M word either. That's someone writing about him. Well, this accusation of being a mouthpiece, that comes from the Daily Fail. That's the Daily Fail attacking Omid Scobie. And if you ask me, attacks like this make Omid Scobie unsafe. I mean, I'm concerned about Omid because I think that a verbal assault like that from a newspaper, and I do think it's a verbal assault to call him a mouthpiece for the Duchess of Sussex, seeing that she has been threatened. So I think that puts him in danger for the accusation. Not a good idea. Not, not, not a safe thing for him. So that concerns me. What do you guys feel about that? Let me see. Who considers skull or bones as sharp? Okay, I don't have to ask you which is which, skull or bones. I don't have to ask. I think I already know. But okay, I'll leave that. And let's see here. Let's see. Church Nelly, when we remove comments, it does not block them. Absolutely, Lydia. I don't think so. But because I'm in the middle of the video, I couldn't really respond to answer correctly. So thank you so much for that. If it sounds like I'm moving around, I am. I have to get my charger. So excuse me for that. But either way, if we make a mistake, it's just that a mistake. It's nothing malicious or deliberate about it. So don't worry about it, Church Nelly. It'll be okay. Okay. And as usual, now my sinuses have kicked in. Okay, where are we here? Looking at some more of your comments. Oh, okay. Oh, good. Oh, okay. Don't want to miss that. Brittany Reedus, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, stranger. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for the super sticker. That was very kind of you. And happiest of Sundays. Okay. Lil Rock says, well, some outspoken outraged are genuine fit the purpose, and not everyone will agree with the truth. Lil Rock, you're always so profound. Robin Rogers says Omid has always been labeled her mouthpiece because they have a common friend connected to Soho House. That sounds legitimate to me. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Robin Rogers. And Mary Mann, hello, happy Sunday to you. Hi, Anastasia Isabella, one of our most, should I say, courageous moderators, Anastasia. She has gone after some of the trolls with so much tenacity. I am so impressed. I mean, she's like Chuck Norris on those trolls. So thank you so much for that, Anastasia. Okay, Baron, I agree with you, but we all know the Daily Fail don't care what harm they cause. It's all about money and clicks. Yeah, yeah, and as Harry said, they the tabloid press. He said the tabloid press. He was speaking of the tabloid press. He said they won't stop going after the Duchess of Sussex until she's dead, which was the most jarring thing I could have ever heard, but very true. Thank you so much, Jeanette Lavalley. Thank you for the super sticker and happy Sunday to you. Happiest of Sundays to you. Okay. And Mary Mann, haven't heard from you for a while, but I'm glad you're here today. I'm going to have to take a sip of water. Okay. Again, thank you for the super sticker. Lil Rock, so free speech is now one sided to excoriate others. We hate, but can't be vice versa. Excuse me. So far, the manpower is ready, willing, and able to further get nasty when challenged. Lil Rock, as I say, you're so profound. Yes, Anastasia, that's what they said. Trying to behave, Sherry, but I need Baron to bring on shade. Murky Meg is evil. So is the guy, Wally. Also, Wally is the guy, huh? I didn't know that. And I found her when I found Elliot. YouTube suggests, Omid get attacked fairly objective. Um, well, the thing is, these three individuals, they trigger a lot of bad feelings. So I just like to be very careful. It's like Beetlejuice, like the movie Beetlejuice. If you say Beetlejuice three times, then all of a sudden monsters will appear. So I would rather just, move on from that. I mean, I don't know them well enough to really call them out in the way that maybe you want me to, but generally we do know what they've said and done. So much of it is in the Sentinel report. So I think it'd just be better to move on from that. Miranda Rios, thank you so much for the super sticker. Happy Sunday to you, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you, and thank you. So I'm gonna do a big scroll because I'm so far behind in the comments. We should make sure that Chris emailed tips about Sentinel Doc. Yeah, Robert Collins, that's a good idea. We do have to support Christopher Bowsey because he's doing some heavy lifting that not only no one else is doing, but I don't even know that anybody else is capable of doing what Chris Bowsey is doing. So we definitely need to show him as much support as possible. So let's see. I'm going to move on because I'm not even halfway through the slides. And um, let's take it down a notch or two with this one. Well, actually, it's still right on topic. Princess Anne doesn't get full time security, and her protection officer was shot. Prince Harry is told the Met Police do not hire ex royal cops, warns he can't pick and choose when he wants to come to the UK. So, that, of course, was one of the ways that they respond to the idea that Prince Harry has offered to pay for his own security. They decided to, push back. And there was like a concerted effort on the UK media. Everybody had their talking points ready on the AM television over in the UK. Did you notice that? Everyone had their talking points ready. I mean, that it was very impressive. It kind of reminded me of the I guess the Republicans, anytime that they want to go after a Democrat, they all appear on Fox News and every other place, whether it's the politicians or the media talking heads, they all seem to say the same things. And they'll repeat it throughout the entire news cycle. So that's the way they push back against Prince Harry when it came to the issues of security. But as you can see, that point that they were making about Princess Anne. Princess Anne is her own security. I mean, take a look at her. Does she look insecure? Does Princess Anne look insecure? I say not. I think Princess Anne is her own best defense. Princess Anne has been known to be a bit of a, how do we put it, a rough, handsome, tomboyish individual. I think she's safe. If you were going to try to take her out of her limousine or out of her Range Rover, I think if a face like that leans forward, somehow your knees would buckle and you'll just leave her alone. So, yeah, Princess Anne is her own best security. Thank you, Gina Suji. Thank you so much for the super chat. And you say, thanks, Baron. Happy Sunday. Enjoy your show. Love the shade. Well, on a sunny day, what else could you ask for, right? So, yeah, Gina, I'm sure you will agree that Afro Annie can take care of herself. I'm not worried about her. I would worry about a lot of people. I would even worry about, say, um, who I would worry about the Queen before I would worry about Annie. Even with all the Queen's defense, I think Annie is a little stronger just on her own. So, and yes, she's been known to keep a pair of brass knuckles in her pocket, which is why you usually only ever see one of her hands because she's ready. She's ready. Something about those eyes say, just in case somebody starts something. So yeah, that's the moot point of saying that she was once nearly kidnapped. Well, just remember, nearly kidnapped, but they were unsuccessful, and I can only think it's because of her Annie's, um, you know, Annieisms. So next. Okay, so as I say, we need to lighten up things a bit. So this month, a handbag label Stratberry secured £8 million investment. Why? Because of Meghan's effect, the Meghan effect. Anything that Meghan touched turns to gold, meaning that if she wears or mentions or uses or invests like she did with the Clever Blend, sales are going to go through the roof. And so the handbag label Stratberry, known for their handmade handbags, they decided that it was time to grow. So they secured £8 million of investment. We all remember I forgot what they call that particular bag, but it has that bar that goes across the handles. When she wore that bag or used that bag on that occasion, the sales just jumped through the roof. And it's always the same story. Haven't you heard it before? I was at home. This is like the owner of the company's words for any product that Meghan uses or mentions or whatever. I was at home and all of a sudden my phone went crazy. I didn't know what happened. I thought it was something wrong at the factory. Or, it's always that same response, only to find out that the best thing that could possibly happen, the most influential royal on the planet, has actually been seen using your product. And next thing you know, they can't make enough of them. That's what they call the Meghan effect. Nobody gets excited about some of those other people in the family when they use something or wear something or do something. nobody cares. But if it's the Duchess of Sussex, it's a big deal. So, hence the Meghan effect. So that's what that is. So let's see what you all have to say about that. Christina, you say, ridiculous article. No surprise. I can pick up. I mean, I'm sorry. I can pick and choose when I go to the UK. I pick and buy an airline ticket and choose to fly to the UK. Why can't H, these demon writers, write from hell? Well, Harry, that the whole thing is he's welcome to return, but they're not going to be welcoming, right? So just so we state that for the record, it's not that he can't go back, but they don't want him to feel safe and secure enough to return. So hence the lack of official uh, royal protection. They want him to feel vulnerable and exposed. Now, like most people, I would hate to believe that there's something underhanded about exposing his safety and that of the safety of his family. But absent the truth, the actual truth, what else could it possibly be other than they want to leave their Sussexes and their children exposed? And then I'm just going to throw in the big question mark because what is it exactly you want them to be exposed to? The paparazzi or some of those nationalists that have threatened Harry's life, that have threatened Meghan's life, that, or maybe perhaps maybe more of those like nasty jokes about Archie. When he was born, he was compared to a chimpanzee. So, what exactly is the level of exposure that you want to leave the Sussexes available to? That's the big question. So, either way, I just don't think the royal family cares enough what happens to the Sussexes because if they really cared about the Sussexes, there would be no question about their security. They should be embarrassed, but they're not because they don't care. They don't care. Eliza Nguana, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you and happy Sunday to you. If God forbid they ever get the chance to hurt Harry and his family, will sink Shutter Island. Black Queen, you speak for a lot of people. Believe me, you speak for a lot of people because the devil is in the details. And this really stinks the idea that they would leave the Sussexes exposed like that. So, yeah, it doesn't take a genius to figure out exactly what's going on. Now, when I say that, it could possibly take her a while to figure it out. But then again, some people would say that she probably already knows what it's about. So we really can't tell. But yeah, the devil is in the details, and there's something that really stinks about that lack of security. Um, and even to make them feel insecure. Wholeheartedly challenged him and on the for complaining cost of Meg's clothing. Asked about Kate's bespoke clothes. Kate's clothes are bespoke. You know what? They are, aren't they? Because you really couldn't go in the shop and find some of that stuff that she wears. I don't think you could. So, yeah, it probably is bespoke. I mean, I don't think you could just go in the shop and find that drab leopard skin dress anywhere. So, yeah, bespoke, worst spoke, whatever spoke it is spoke, is spoken of dreadfully. So, okay, I get your point. More comments, more comments. Okay, and again, thank you so much, Eliza. Uh, Diane Hawkins, it is what it is. Security is compromised even further by revelations of this month about how their security is handled. Unroyals cares. They don't want the Sussexes. I'm sorry, they want the Sussexes dead. Diane, as you know, on several channels. There have been people saying this for a long time. Most notably, I won't call her out, but she was the first to just call it for what it is. And again, absent the truth, what are we led to believe? What do we take for the truth? Well, truthfully, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck and it whacks like a duck, they don't really value the security of the Sussexes. It's just as simple as that. It's really not complicated. They don't care about the Sussexes, and they are not trying to hide their misdeeds. They are saying plainly, we're not going to provide security. And it appears as though they want anybody who has any issues with the Sussexes to know that they are vulnerable. And let me make this point. If you remember from Harry's statement, he was trying to handle this whole issue of family security discreetly and privately. But because of a leak, Harry was forced to issue a press release stating the fact that he offered to pay for his own security. But initially, the tabloid press was trying to make it sound like Harry was demanding security. Harry offered to pay so the public wouldn't have to shoulder the burden of paying for the security of the Sussex family. He offered to pay for it, not to be pompous or anything like that, not to throw money around, but just so that there would be no issue of providing additional security for his family. That was the whole point. But he didn't leak it. Remember, we know where the calls came from, right? It wasn't Harry that leaked that information. It was the usual. Yeah, it was the usual. And the usual, of course, the calls were coming from inside the house. That's how it happened. One of the royal households, Clarence House, Buckingham Palace, or even perhaps um, KP, Kensington Palace, and I'm going to lean toward KP, somebody leaked the fact that Prince Harry offered to pay for his own security. This has been going on, negotiations for this has been going on for 2 years, ever since they first stepped back. And how did we find out about it? The calls were coming from inside the house. Okay? That's how we found out about it. Elsie Grace, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you, Baron, for keeping us energized and keeping us positive against all the trolls who want to see Harry and Meghan in their lowest point. That will never happen because the Lord is with them. I am going to say amen, hallelujah to that one, Elsie Grace. And thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you, everybody, for joining us on this Sunday for Royal Sussex. The calls are coming from inside the house. J Law, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for joining us here on the Royal Sussex this Sunday. Thank you, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. Don't forget to thumbs up. Thank you for joining us. And thank you, moderators. Again, if someone has been unfortunately deleted by mistake from the chat, that doesn't mean you're deleted from the channel. It's just a mistake. It happens sometimes. Okay. Pay attention to when Harry goes to The Hague for Invictus. You can bet all of Liz Jules that Harry will have no problems with security there. Absolutely. Absolutely. The only place where Harry is most vulnerable is in his place of birth, the United Kingdom. Other than that, there won't be any securities for them. Any issues of security for them. The calls are coming from inside the house. It is, right? That's where the calls are coming from, inside the house. And the reason why we know it is because he told us. Dan Wooten launches a tirade against the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. It's so much easier for them to blame anything uncomfortable on racehorses rather than address the fact the negativity toward them is coming from within the royal family. Isn't that how he talks? Address the fact that negativity is coming toward them from inside the royal family. Oh, he's creepy. God, is he creepy? What is it so creepy about him and the way he talks? Is it that because he's I don't know what it is, but he's just weird inside the house. Oh boy. Weirdo. Weirdo. Dan Wooten Tootin. What a weirdo. Peace to all who want the Sussexes in harm. We must remember what Christ said, I am he that liveth and was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore, and have the keys of life and death. Cynthia, thank you for that. Thank you. I need that spiritual moment right now because I tell you the thing about Harry's security, that's a heavy subject for me. So um was I still on this slide? Yes. Yes. Okay. So this is the next one. Robert Jobson, Home Office will not back down in extraordinary legal battle over Prince Harry's demands for police protection when he and Meghan visit Britain. Now, this is coming from a man who I can't prove it, but I swear, when I saw that photo, I said he has to be at Heathrow in the loo on television and just, he's after the money that he makes from work so desperately. I just think that it may not be beyond him to actually go on whatever show it was. I think it was Good Morning Britain, whatever show it was. I could just see him sitting in the loo, sweating profusely and saying something ridiculous about Harry. So I can't prove that that's the case. I'm not saying it is exactly. I'm just saying I allege that Robert Jobson, that very well fed Robert Jobson, appears to be in the loo at Heathrow and on a Zoom and on a Zoom call. I'm just saying it's not necessarily accurate, but I'm just saying it's a possibility. He always looks like he's on the loo at Heathrow. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It's just something that I see that I cannot unsee. But I am assuming that he's on the loo at Heathrow. I can't prove it. Thank you, Patricia Lane. Thank you so much for that. But again, I can't prove that he's on the loo at Heathrow, but nobody can prove that he isn't on the loo at Heathrow. So, I mean, if you just stare at his eyes, you can almost hear that flushing noise. But that's what I think of Robert Jobson these days. I just picture him in the loo at Heathrow, and that's all I'll say about that comment, Robert Jobson. And then, of course, oh boy, this is going to be a long podcast. Let's not forget this happened. Kate to the rescue. Kate to the rescue. If Kate is going to save the Grenadier Guards, who's going to save Kate? That's what I want to know. If Kate is the savior for the Grenadier Guards, who's going to save her? It was said that Kate Middleton wanted by Grenadier Guards to replace disgraced Andrew as their colonel. Colonel Kate? Colonel Kate? Please, Colonel Kate. Now, could you imagine Kate even marching in formation? Could you imagine Kate yelling out commands? Could you? Could you? Could you? Because I can't. What would it sound like if Kate had to yell out commands to the troop? And as for walking in formation, I'm not even sure which direction she's walking in this photo. I don't know if she's coming or going. But yeah, so that's what I think about that. That actually happened. is that they were trying to put the story out there. Now, whether the Grenadier Guards really wanted that, or if again somebody was trying to put feelers out there to see how people would react. Well, that's my reaction. Kate? Who? Really? That's my reaction. Of course, that was after I laughed and my sides were hurting. Yes, not her. Yes. But again, whenever they put that stuff out there, yeah, Colonel King. Oh, she's more likely to be the new Colonel Sanders. Christina, you're on fire today. I love it. Yes, Colonel Keene. Thank you for that. I love that. Colonel Keene. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Keene. Oh, thank you, Christina. I love it. I love it. Okay, Colonel Keene. So, next, what do we have next? Okay, there was, I'm thinking that this article came out for January. Duchess Kate obsessed with Meghan. It may have been December, but I think it was January. But then again, I'm starting to think it was December. I couldn't find the date on it, but this is just one of two covers that has come out recently about Kate's obsession with dressing like the Duchess of Sussex. So we don't have to go through that one again. And then there's this. Can you believe that this was not even a month ago? To receive £1 damages after privacy case, even though we know that it's not £1, it's millions of pounds. Millions of pounds. The Duchess doesn't smoke cigars, but if she did, I'm pretty sure that she could use some of those pounds to light her cigars. So that, of course, is not true. I mean, after all, there is one member of the family that light cigars using pounds. Well, okay, maybe not light cigars, but at least she smokes cigars, and that, of course, is um, Princess Anne. I didn't know Anne was a cigar smoker either until I saw that photo, and now I'm sure of it. But yeah, so that was the big lie, and they tried to circulate that, even though everybody knows that the Duchess of Sussex, since they seem to think that the Sussexes want to move, they could at the very least buy a second home thanks to that payout. You have people like Meghan and Harry, for who they are as people and not the titles. Also, the haters will increase because abdication, which is what they are saying, will be further proof of disrespect of the queen. Yeah. Thank you for that, Rachel's son. Okay, notice they're giving everything to Kate, not any other royals, not even William. These people are very spiteful against the Duchess Meghan. They're making themselves look bad. Making themselves look bad, Mary H. Most of them do look bad, but I get your point. I get your point. Okay, next. There's this. Let me see. Let me move this out the way. Okay, revealed Prince Harry and Meghan's secret meeting with Spider-Man starred Tom Holland and Zendaya as film rakes in 1.27 1.2 okay, $1.25 billion, okay, at the box office. Pounds. So Richard Eden, it's unclear why Harry and Meghan, that old queen Richard Eden, wants to know why Harry and Meghan were keen to meet Holland and Zendaya. I'm glad he said it was unclear, but they may have hoped to persuade them to take part in one of their media projects. Well, as you can see at that bottom photo, it wasn't that they um, met them for the first time, but in the article, Richard Eden decided to kind of infer that the Sussexes were trying to, in some kind of way, grab onto that stardust from the stars of Spider-Man as though they were clout chasing. Nothing, and I do mean nothing, could be further from the truth. The Sussexes are the most influential couple in the world and have been since 2018. They don't need the clout chase. They are the clout. And not that they are pushing it in anybody's face. It just is. It just is. Richard Eden, Queen of the Thames, it just is. So why pretend as though the Sussexes are clout chasing? They don't need to do that. These are two beautiful couples that happen to be of mixed race. And as you can see from that bottom left photo, Tom Holland has actually been involved with a charitable endeavor at the same time as the Duke of Sussex. So why insinuate that there's something clever or I guess nefarious going on? Those are two mixed race couples, and I'm pretty sure aside from charity, they have a lot, and I do mean a lot in common. Whereas, as we know, Richard Eden is just one of several people who happen to be named Richard, like Dickie Arbiter. Excuse me. And as somebody pointed out, why is it everybody whose nickname is that seems to have it in for the Sussexes? I have no idea. I have no idea, but they do. Oh, did they? I didn't know that, Robin Rogers. Thanks for telling me that. So, not to say that it's true, but it seems like that they are kind of, following the Sussexes' footsteps in various ways, not intentionally, but it seems like they are traveling in the same circles. So that's interesting to know. That's exactly why I went to Melba's, was because the Sussexes went there. Other than that, I probably wouldn't have gone. Besides Diane and Harry and Meghan, of course, Anne and her father Philip were and are the only ones in that family who were themselves. You got what you got. The rest, trust none of what they say or I see. Okay. Let me see. Don't be asking about my point. Did I read that already? Let me scroll. Let me scroll. Meghan was already a star. Yes, Joseph Burnham, thank you for reminding us about that, and has grown bigger than the rest of the royals. That's why the haters are so obsessed with her. Amen to that. Amen to that. Okay, so I think we got the point here. But Richard Eden, you need to stop, because don't forget Richard Eden, Queen of the Thames. Richard Eden is the one who said this. Remember that? I genuinely worry that Prince Harry and Meghan's criticism of unnamed racehorse royals has increased the danger of attacks on the royal family. Security needs to be stepped up as a result. Now, when he said that, that caused a backlash of the Sussex squad, reminding us that Richard Eden was one of the first people who pointed out the whole thing with the Rose Garden. Richard Eden, and guess who else mentioned the Rose Garden? Do you guys remember? There was someone else who mentioned the Rose Garden. He was the same one who let us know that the calls are coming from inside the house. Both of them actually had articles about Rose. So that backlash from Richard Eden's mentioning the Sussexes in such a way is what caused embarrassment for the Duke of Cambridge at the end of 2021. So be careful, Richard Eden, because sometimes people find your old tweets and they'll find your old articles, and you're going to cause embarrassment for this too, people. So Next, Prince Harry has contacted Prince Charles for friendly video calls and wants to be closer to his family and back in the fold ahead of the Queen's Jubilee. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And I still don't believe it. That's what they say, not necessarily true. But when they leak stuff like that, and when I say they, I am speaking of Clarence House and Kensington Palace. When they leak stuff like that, they usually do things such as that to benefit members of the household and not the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So I don't believe it. Prince Harry has reached out to his father. He holds secret talks ahead of spring. Um, it's a possibility about the security thing, but I'm certainly not that he's trying to get closer to Charles. But I hope, if it is true, I hope that they can iron out some things only for Harry's sake, only if that's what Harry wants for himself and his family to be over in Narnia in time for the Jubilee or to make a pass through on the way to The Hague. Whatever the case is, only if it's what Harry wants. Other than that, I can't speak for Harry, but I'm not interested in it. Um, oh, Rachel Windley, I see that you've just become a Patreon. Thank you for that. Let's see what else. Okay, that just came up on my phone, so I thought I'd mention that. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, let's see, you guys. Oh yeah, and this is the other magazine cover. Not exactly where I wanted it. I wanted to put it with the other magazine cover, but you can see there. This is very recent. I can't remember what the date is, but it was this January. See there? Richard Eden was one of the people who spoke about that, and so was Dan Wooten. And here it is again. And the reason why it explodes is because Richard Eden opened up his big mouth and said this about the Sussexes. See my point? Do you get it, Richard? Dick Eden? Did you get that? Of course, Dick is the nickname for Richard. Did you get that, Dick? So I think he got the point. What are your remarks? What do you guys have to say about that? All of this garbage from Shutter Island is making me depressed. Sonia Campbell, I know exactly what you mean. I get it. I feel you. It is I just saw a couple of the other comments there. But yeah, it is jarring at times the way that they come after the Sussexes. So let's go on to the next topic, shall we? Okay, don't forget to sign up for the Better Up. They're going to have that, what is it? Learn how inner work build mental health fitness with Better Up CEO Alexei Robichaud, Chief Impact Officer Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and world-renowned athlete Serena Williams. A better you awaits at innerworkday.com. So if you guys haven't signed up for that, please do. And if someone could please put the link to this event in a word comment so that everybody will have a chance to see it. You know, the other day I tried to put it in the comments and then I couldn't find it again. I don't know what I did with it. So sorry about that. But yeah, make sure you guys sign up for that. Where are we? Royals spent more than 13 million pounds of public money on private flights and helicopter rides. Well, this little collage I created, there is Prince William's billboard. That was waiting for him up in Scotland. There's Prince Charles's billboard. That was also waiting for him in Scotland. Remember they went up to Scotland for that COP26 or whatever? The Queen had too much sense. She didn't go. To show you how bright the queen is, she knew that it was going to make them look like hypocrites. So she didn't go. The queen stayed home. But Charles and William, being pompous and arrogant and full of themselves, went all the way up to Scotland so that they can be embarrassed about the fact that their carbon footprint is bigger than some entire countries, like Fiji. Their carbon footprints are so large that they could actually be a nation. But in spite of that, they decided to go up to Scotland and try to preach to people about the environment. How stupid can you be? Well, I don't know. Ask William and Charles. That was stupid. Why would you even do that? Why? They did, and they embarrassed themselves. Let me see. Squad down, and we can. Sussex support Harry and Meghan are not on Twitter. They project focus. Yeah, the Sussexes are not on social media right now. They decided not to use social media. I think it's very wise. Okay, here we go. Bot Sentinel, what is that? Charge.org. Please use this link to sign up. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for that, Lydia. Thank you. Okay. So we got 800 people right now. Very good for a Sunday afternoon. Let's go to the next slide. I think I'm almost done. Oh, we'll get back to that. But again, we are doing a recap of the month of January. It's been a very, very busy month. Royal family will be relieved if Duke and Duchess of Sussex don't come to Prince Philip's memorial because it will turn into the Harry and Meghan show, expert says. Ingrid Seward, you're absolutely right. That's all I have to say about that, because the Sussexes are the most influential couple in the world. They are the most influential royal couple in the world. That's why it will become the Meghan and Harry show, because nobody cares what the rest of that family thinks. And because the royal rodents cannot stop talking about the Sussexes, that is exactly why it will turn into the Meghan and Harry show. If there was something substantive to say about the rest of the family, they would, but there's nothing to talk about. And so, in order to make money and maintain interest, they speak about the Sussexes. Doesn't take a genius to figure that out. Even she could work that out. Shady, shady. But yeah, that's exactly why. So I have to say, this is a rare occasion when I have to agree with a royal rodent. She's absolutely right. Okay, next, what do we have here? Oh, yeah, that was it. So we have this. I'm going to try to finish by like 12 minutes. Okay, I had to drink a little water there. I'm not going to say a whole lot about this. We all know that Cardi B won her lawsuit. She was magnanimous in her victory. Was that another big word I just used? Please tell me that Ivy is in the chats, because anytime I start making a lot of sense, when I use that analytical thought process, I feel like Ivy is near. Ivy makes me a much, much better squatty. So thank you, Ivy. I know you're near, if not on the chat here, but at least in spirit. I know you're with me right now. So thank you for that, Ivy. Hello, Ivy here. Well, anyway, um, so yeah, all she wanted was to have Tasha K take down those negative videos. Tasha refused. Tasha continued to monetize. So Cardi B went to court. She was victorious. And So we found out that not only did Tasha K continue to monetize, but Tasha K also, how do I put it? She hasn't paid income tax on her revenue from her channel for 3 years. 3 years of dragging Cardi B to big her up the Tasha K, wino thing. And now Tasha K has to pay millions of dollars to Cardi B. And because of the way she negotiated with the lawyers for Cardi B, she cannot even, what do you call it? She can't even appeal. She waived her right to appeal. So if she ever needed an excuse to drink, I would say now is the time. Oh, thank you so much for that, Joan Commonwealth there. I love Ivy. You guys know that. Ivy is everything to me. Okay, next. um, well, this was because of the liar, someone who tried to like drum up business for the real estate market or his place in the real estate market. And yes, believe it or not, that happened this month. Someone lied to say that the Sussexes were looking to sell their house as though they were in financial trouble or something, or at least that's the way the tabloids managed to spin it, like they were having financial difficulties. The truth is, um, the Sussexes, to use the old term, are stinking rich. They have plenty money, and they're doing just extraordinarily well. This was just someone trying to sell themselves by using the Sussexes. And why did he do that? Because I keep saying it, they are the most influential couple in the world. That's why they throw their names out there like that. Okay. So I don't think we have to like go on about that. I'll look at your comments. Let me see. Christina, Christina, when are you getting your channel? Because you are on fire. I love it. I love it. You're absolutely right. Didn't she read the Wesley Snipe tax evasion handbook? Didn't she not read that? Wesley Snipes got in trouble for the exact same thing. Very good. Thanks for reminding us. I almost forgot about that. And yes, the COP26 was a bring your son to work day. Wives can tag along and be comic show. Lil Rock, you don't disappoint. You don't disappoint. You are so good. Thank you for that. And like a farewell for sleazy Knopf. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Lil Rock. That is bang on correct. Okay. Boy, you guys are amazing today. You're amazing. Wherever I have left off, you guys have really picked up, and I am so, so impressed. Uh, oh, thank you. I didn't know that. Thank you so much, Lydia. Uh, so that's like second coming. Tabloid. Yeah, Joseph Burno. They are. It will be a feeding frenzy if the Sussexes show up, and they know it. So rather than trying to discourage them from showing up, they should do themselves a favor and move heaven and earth to make sure Meghan and Harry come to the UK. Okay. Omid Scobie again. Omid Scobie put on his cape, and he went. He went there. Prince Harry was forced to become the 100% self sufficient after stepping back from the royal role. But Andrew, though a short list of honors worse off, will continue to luxuriate in nearly all the trappings of royal life. Come on, Omid. Come on, Omid. That's all I have to say is come on, Omid. Did he go there or what? That's what I'm saying. Omid Scobie, I what can I tell you? Oh, I just noticed there's a picture of Camilla in the background there. You see it? I see the Queen, I see Andrew, and I think I see Camilla in the background. Anyway, uh, That was shady. That was shady. But yeah, Omid went there. Thank you, Omid Scobie. I'm pretty sure you don't watch this channel, but thank you for that. Um, whatever y'all think of Omid, I'm I say this: he's only as good as his last comment, and I love that one. I love it, and that's why they called him the mouthpiece. Not attacking you. Okay, I'm not sure what that's about, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay. Okay. Oh, they're showing Beetlejuice. Oh, Anna Espinoza, you were thinking about my comment, right? Right, Joan Garcia, right? Because I would say Omid has come out like an attack dog on the Royals. Let me see, luxury. I pictured teddy bear. Ugh, Christina, I told you I don't want to think about Andrew laying in the bed with teddy bears. That's gross. That's gross. I don't want to think about Andrew laying in the bed with his teddy bears. That just that almost threw up in the back of my mouth. I don't want to think about Andrew anything. I don't want to think about him with teddy bears. I don't want to think about him naked. I don't want to think about him watching somebody suck on Sarah Ferguson's toes. I just ugh. Okay. So I got to get rid of this photo. Bye, Andrew. Oh, he's back. Andrew should be the subject of a bullying probe. Okay, so we did talk about this already, but it's just not in chronological order. And you can see here on the right side, I believe this is an old article. No, this is recent. This is recent. But they're coming out of the woodwork. So here on the left, you have a royal protection officer who's speaking out about Andrew's attitude and misdeeds toward the staff at the compound. And there on the right side, you can see again another thing about Andrew. So, anyway, I'm going to move along. We discussed this already, but as you know, the story continues to unfold. Let me see. Uber outside for those of you needing a ride. The bar. All right, Annie Bullard. Thank you for that. Okay, what's next? What's next? Next slide. Oh, yeah. I told y'all I had a lot to get to. Perhaps Meghan just doesn't want to visit the UK. I'm sorry that story got cut off a bit there. And I think the reason why some of it got cut off is because I was trying to make room for Camilla Tominley's very long, large face to fit into it. So that's probably why I cut off part of it, is because I was trying to fit Camilla Tominley's head into the. You understand what happened. And I'm a little shady, so that's why I said that. But yeah, and then of course, also in January, the whole thing about grass may no longer grow greener for Harry and Meghan as California hit with hosepipe ban. So Camilla Tominey, it took her until she was 50, 60. How old is she? 60 years old. It took her until she was 60 years old to find out that every year there's some type of ban on watering your lawns, on using water on your lawns, on the grass in California. This is something I've known of my entire life, but obsessed Camilla Tominey has only just realized that such a ban exists. So better late than Camilla Tominey. But again, I cut off part of the story because I was trying to fit that face into the slide, and it was just difficult. But again, she has proven herself to not only be stupid, but a stupid liar. So next, and I'm not even going to say alleged for that one. Connie, I hope they do. I hope they're not watching my channel, but I do hope they know that we love them. Delivers so the army and the royal mouthpiece, constant smears say to you, right? Every insulting, damaging campaign against the Sussexes Why should Omid clip his wings for those pathological vipers? Come on, Lil Rock. I told you, Lil Rock, if I ever wanted to write my biography, I want you to write it for me because you know how to really go deep. Let me see. Omen is not choosing any side. Omen is merely reporting the facts. Squatties need to stop pushing that agenda being promoted by the tabloids. Here, here. I agree. Okay, yes, Ivy is on. So Ivy's not live, you guys, but if you guys want to hop over to Ivy, feel free to do so. But she's not live. It is pre-recorded, but I'm going to check out Ivy myself. I cannot believe we didn't just jumped over the 2 hour mark. Hey, Deborah, happy Sunday. Need to watch the state of California sue her. Okay. It only took 2 hours. But then again, Diane, it took about 2 hours for me to try to fit her head into that slide. So that sounds about right. Okay. Next. Okay, Royal Family will be relieved. I think I put this twice, so let me go again. Next. Every year I look forward to honoring the incredible recipients of the Well Child Award. And I encourage everyone in the UK to get involved this year. The last 2 years have been hard on everyone, but for these families, far harder than most. Spread the word that nominations are now open or nominate someone you know today. So I'm not sure if that is open or closed at this point, but I'm only sharing this with you for one reason only. Harry's relationship with Well Child is as strong as ever, and he does not forget all of the people that he has worked with for years. So I was glad to see this this statement released from Harry this past month. So that's it. Okay, so we're almost in the closing here. This is the merchandise. It's been long waited for, but I finally got around to it. That's all I have to say about it. Next, and of course, not the crown, but the frown. This caused quite a stir when they released this image for Tyler Perry's up and coming project on Netflix. Next, and Lydia Washington, if you thought, I'm calling you out, Lydia, if you thought I was going, what made you think I was going to get through this podcast and not mention this again? I put out an edited video, which everybody kept asking me, Baron, we like the live chats, but we also like your edited videos. So I edited do y'all hear violins playing? I hear violins. I edited a beautiful video, and guess what? Nobody watched. Days after I released this video, that's right, Carolyn, that's right. Days after I released this video, only 4,000 people, 4,000 views. And that's only because some of you all felt sorry for me and decided to go back and watch it again, Lydia, Carolyn. Some people felt sorry for me, Church Nelly, and went back and watched the food truck again. So I'm just going to point it out that it's only like about 6,200, which is better than 4,000 for a bespoke, handmade, edited video about the food trucks. Woo! Anyway, so any comments? Nobody has anything to say? Nobody, huh? Nothing about the food trucks. Nothing? Nobody. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go. Since nobody has anything to share, why don't we just go to the next slide? Unless y'all want to continue to talk about this food truck, because as you know, it means nothing to me. I have nothing to say about it. I'm not bothered. peaceful under a tree. That's me. But anyway, that was one of the big stories this month. It was trending like crazy. Yes, there we go. It requires a violin when I'm pouring out my soul about that food truck video. But let's see. Oh, thank you, Reba. Thank you. It's good to know that somebody enjoyed the food. Well, you didn't say enjoy though, did you? But it's good to know somebody watched that food truck video because I took hours putting it. Oh, thank you, Felicia. Thank you. But I was so let down. I saw it was only 4,000 views and it took forever to get there. But anyway, y'all could take a hint, and now it's over 6,000. So I feel vindicated. I feel strong. I'm going to cancel my appointment with my therapist, but thank you. I forgot why I put a picture of swine in the slide, so let's just skip that. Okay. Um, there was this. I don't really care about it. It was much to do about nothing. Next. And unfortunately, we lost Andre Leon Talley. We lost Sidney Portier, which unfortunately I forgot to add to the slide, but um, Bob Saget, Louis Anderson. It has been a month, but you know what, you guys? We had them in our lives when we had them, so thank goodness for that. And so, as usual, closing this out, I am going to send all of my love and appreciation to the Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Everything. Thank you, Diana and Doria, for the extraordinary Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And I think that's everything. So it took 2 hours and 7 minutes, but I did a review of this month. Is there anything that I missed? I know it was something that I wanted to talk about, and I forgot what it was. Anybody? Rosalind Gatwood, thank you. Gatewood, rather, thank you. Uh, could you get Apple Pay so I can donate to your channel? Actually, I do have Apple Pay. I don't think I ever listed it, but I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll put that in the community tab. And I thank you for the offer. I appreciate it. But yes, I do have Apple Pay. Let me see. Okay. Oh, thank you, Connie, for watching the food truck. Thank you, everyone who has watched the food truck so we can all relax because otherwise I was prepared to talk about it for several more hours. Okay. Okay, so you guys, it's about that time. Who wants to have the last comment of the day? Anybody? Well, technically, Joseph, for us, it was Christmas Eve. I'm sorry, New Year's Eve, but we didn't hear about it until the 1st of January. So you're absolutely right. But yeah, we did lose, and it was Betty White's birthday too. So that was something that happened this month. So yeah, thanks for the reminder. I'm scrolling. Let me see. I'm looking at the old stuff here. Yes, thank you, mods. Thank you, Mod Squad. Um, Beverly, I think this is it. I think this is it. We all know service is universal, and that's what we care about. Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Okay, that's the last word. Thank you so much for that. And thank you all. Love you all. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Yes, hasta la vista. Hasta mañana. Adios. Bye, dias, and so on. Thank you. Goodbye, Baron and Squatties. All Squatties, too many to name. Love you all. Have a fabulous day, everyone. Thank you for this very long and very detailed review of January. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm still away from home, but I will be back home tomorrow evening. So hopefully I'll be able to chat tomorrow. Oh, thank you so much for that. Thank you. You guys are too nice. Yeah, it's not for the lazy royals. Yes, please click like. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure you're subscribed. Subscribe to Royal Sussex. Rhonda Bryant, thank you so much. Yes, bye, y'all. Okay, well, y'all can go. Go watch Ivy. I'm gonna be the last one out of the room. I'm gonna turn the lights out. Thank you, Susie Q, for joining us. Okay, y'all go now. I'm gonna be the last one. I'm gonna turn the lights out. Don't worry, you're not gonna miss anything. I'm gonna turn the lights out. You guys can go. I'll see y'all next time. There's no surprises. There's nothing. Just I want to be the last one out. Yeah, so there's still 620 of y'all. Ivy's uploaded the video, everyone. So long, Elizabeth Daniels. Thank you. Okay. All right, I'm just having some fun. Probably because I don't feel like getting up. I didn't get comfortable. Okay, y'all, I'm going to hit end broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us on Royal Sussex. Thank you, new members. Thank you for the super chat, super stickers. Thank you, thank you, thank you.